Hello everyone, Dominic Conti here with the brand new 2018 Chevy Silverado. This car is a rental. My dad's is in the shop, the one that I just reviewed in my last video. It's pretty nice. It's the LT, which means it's basically the lowest trim version. I don't think that's what that stands for, but it sounds like it makes sense to me. I'll give you a quick look around. So as you can see, it's a pretty nice truck. It's pretty big in size, even though it is only the 1500 variant. It's a half cab, which means like you've got a back, but there's not a whole lot of space in there. And the bed is a 6.5 foot, I want to say. It's got the bed lights, as most trucks do. It's got a backup camera, Pennsylvania tags. One of the features that I really like about this car is these little steps here on the corner. So you can easily just step right up into the bed. You don't have to like go around or anything, or put down the tailgate too if you don't want to. It's got a nice bed liner. It's like non-slide. It'll keep all your cargo in place right where it should be. Tailgate's nice. You don't have to hold it. It just sort of slides down on its own like this, and then it goes back up real easy. It's got these little holes, which I'm assuming are cup holders, at least the back two ones, which are pretty nice if you're having a tailgate. Well, I'll show you the inside real quick. So here's the interior of the Chevy Silverado, 2018 model, brand new. The dashboard, it's got plenty of gauges. It even lights up, it says Chevrolet like this. Then you got your screen right here, where your navigation is. It comes with Apple CarPlay and a bunch of other features like that. Let me start it up real quick. So yeah, as you can see, it's got a nice display for you here. The gauges go all the way to full, and then they go back like most new cars do now. It's telling me that I don't have Wi-Fi right now, which I don't really care about. Here's the radio. I don't have a phone with me that's paired, but if you do, it comes with Apple CarPlay, and you can use your navigation, play all your music, stuff like that. Yeah, on this display right here, you can change all sorts of stuff. Show you your miles per gallon, show you your fuel remaining, oil life, tire pressure, average fuel economy, and even your speed, which right now is obviously 0. It comes with 4-wheel drive. Got a little dial right there where you can change it. Right now it's in auto. Here's your headlight switches, and there's your dash brightness. The front 2 windows, I think, are automatic downs, but none of them are automatic ups. Here's your power window adjusters. Let's see. It's got a pretty nice setup here with the dash. It's simple, yet it's still technologically advanced. The air conditioning works great, as opposed to my Volvo right out there. And there's the passenger side window. The mirrors are sort of oddly shaped for me. I'm not a big fan, but they are wide and they provide plenty of visibility. You even got a little fisheye bubble up there for towing. And strangely, these lights don't light up until a little second after. If you can see my face right there, hey, they're on a delay, and they like slightly get brighter, which I find pretty interesting. You can program the garage door openers up here. The lights, I'm not much of a fan of. They're there. They don't really provide much lighting. They just sort of make it look cool, I guess. They're LEDs, which I guess are more energy efficient. However, they don't really supply that great lighting. This thing, first time I open it, it always scares me. It opens very aggressively. On the other hand, this one opens very slowly. And also here in the center console, plenty of storage. Go in here, there's some sort of stuff down there. 3 large cup holders along with some slots for, I don't know, pens or phones or something. There's I'm assuming this is for your phone here. And if you open this up, you got a 3rd seat in the front right here. So if you have a work crew or something that you need to carry a bunch of people, you can always have that option. Put this back down. Now the rear seats aren't exactly spacious, but they do. They're pretty nice. Here you got your bed light controls right here, and a little light lights up to let you know that the bed lights are on. There's your traction control, air conditioning, and you can change all that right here. There's a bunch of different things. I'm not entirely sure how to work it, because I'm used to my Volvo where it's just basically like 2 dials and that's all you get. I am a fan of this column shifter here. However, it's sometimes, if you're not used to column shifters, it can be a little bit hard to get used to where you're trying to get into the right gear. But most of the time it's pretty nice. It's better than having one in the center console, especially if you have a plow, because that way you can just sort of quickly go back into reverse and drive just like that without having to move your hand very far from the steering wheel. It has OnStar, as you can see on the mirror. Most Chevys do now. Let's see. So if you go, I'm gonna go into the back right now. I'll show you what it looks like from back there. So as you can see, there's not a whole lot of room. I'm about 6 feet tall, and my legs are just barely they're touching the front seat. But like overall, it's not too bad. The seats are a little bit upright. They're not very reclined. One thing I wish it had was a little, as a lot of trucks do, is have this little window that you can push open right here. But there's none of that right in this truck. I feel like it's probably because it's the lower trim. It's probably an option on most trucks. I'm not really familiar with a whole lot of trucks. However, this one's pretty nice. The windows go down all the way, unlike a lot of other cars, which I've always admired. You see the window sticker has been torn off. I haven't torn it off all the way, but let's see if we got some more interior lights back here. Again, they're not very bright. All they do is light up this little well where they're stored. You can't really see much, and they're not really angled well either. Like, I'm sitting back here, the lights are all the way up there, and they're not angled back towards me at all. If anything, they're lighting up this little headrest right here, which you really don't need. I wonder what their thinking process was behind that. I don't know why they didn't just put them back here or something, but I'm sure there's some sort of reason for that. Now I'll get out real quick and I'll show you the exhaust in the bed. For some reason, I've always liked this, that in bigger trucks and just trucks in general, the exhaust sort of turns out to the side. Not really sure what the use of that is, but I've always just sort of been interesting to me. The wheels, they're just sort of regular wheels. They're nothing special. Tires are pretty huge. Of course, they're on a big truck. Let me show you. The running lights actually aren't on right now, and I'm not entirely sure why. They usually are. Maybe it's some reason, and maybe some switch I could check out right now. Let's see. Yep, now they're on. It's just one switch. They're pretty nice. I'm a fan of this design in the front. On the 2019s though, not such a big fan. What they did with the 2019s. The 2018s though, they're pretty nice. Me personally, I've always been a Dodge person, and usually been pretty closed-minded, but I'm trying to open myself up to new vehicles, and this one's pretty nice. I like it. There's a few things on it that don't really make a whole lot of sense to me, like those lights I was explaining, but it's got some nice features. I'm gonna hop in the passenger seat real quick. None of the seats are powered. Like I said, it's the lowest trim, so you're not going to get a whole lot of that stuff. Air conditioning works great. There's no sunroof. I don't know if any of the trims do come with sunroofs or not. But other than that, it's pretty nice. There's some more storage down here. I don't really know what you're going to store in there, but I don't know. There we go. But yeah, it's surprisingly bigger than you would think for a 1500 size truck. Maybe that's just because I'm not used to how they work. I've never really driven a truck that much before, but it's got a pretty nice backup camera. It's got the lines you can see where you're going, like how far it is to if there's an object behind you. One thing I can say about this car is the ride is very smooth. Like I'm very surprised as to how smooth it is, especially for a big truck like this. You'd expect it to be rough. Maybe that's just because it's brand new and I'm used to driving older cars, but nonetheless, I'm very surprised as to how smooth the ride is in this car. The steering wheel's pretty nice. It's like leather wrapped. I'm a fan of it. I enjoy like moving it around. Well, there's not much other than that I can say about this truck. It's pretty nice. If you're looking into buying a new truck, I would recommend looking into this one. Although if you want like a little bit nicer, like more features, I would suggest either looking at getting some of those features or maybe even looking into another brand. One more feature that I've noticed about this truck is that it doesn't have a fuel cap. You just sort of put it in, and I guess it just opens this up automatically whenever you put the fuel nozzle in. It's a pretty nice feature. I feel like a lot of new cars have this too. If they run on gas, you got little instructions right here as to how that works, in case you don't know how to fuel your car. But yeah, it's a pretty nice feature. But yeah, for the most part, it's pretty nice. I'm a fan of this truck. I'm gonna get out real quick and I'll show you one last time what it looks like from the outside. The paint's pretty nice. There's a lot of other colors that I prefer, like that dark red. I know that some of the Chevys have that. I've seen them driving around with it. It looks pretty nice, but the black is not bad. And the bed is plenty enough if you're just a residential like worker. If you need it for commercial reasons, you might want the extended bed with the shorter cab, just so you can hold more stuff. And I don't know if you plan on getting a trailer or anything. This one doesn't come with a ball hitch. I think you have to install it on your own. Yeah, right under there. And there's a full-size spare tire. But yeah, one of my favorite things about this car, like I think I already mentioned, is these little corner steps. They help a lot when you're getting in and out of the bed. Although on Fords, they do have this really nice thing where there's like a whole like stairs that come down out of the tailgate. I don't really know how that works, but it's pretty cool. But not much other than that I can say about this truck. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them below. I'll be sure to address those. If you happen to subscribe, that'd be great. Please like the video. I'm going to be trying to get more videos out this summer. I have a lot of time, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And thank you for watching. See you guys later.